friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming new makeup releases episode number 7. We've got a lot to talk about. I'm about to be broke real quick here with all the things that I want that are on my wish list. So if you want to chat about all the new releases, then just keep watching. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. My name is KARENHARRIS. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. I do post quite often, so highly recommend subscribing, turning on that bell so you're notified every time I post. And without further blabbering, let's get into it. Okay, so today's makeup look I did film. It's just a quick testing new makeup. I think this is episode 5. I'm wearing this palette that I mentioned in last week's episode. It's a Ladybug Glow palette, and I also have the new Glaminatrix liquid blushes. I'm wearing this shade right here called Lavish, the first shade. Super duper beautiful. I did get an email this morning, I think, from Glaminatrix saying the blushes are launching on March 2nd, so definitely stay tuned. I'm in the process of testing them out, and I will definitely share my thoughts in a reel or a short for you guys in case you are curious about the formula. Okay, so now that we've got that out of the way, let's go ahead and slide over so we can talk about all of the new releases that are coming up. Okay, y'all, this week is so exciting because there's so many launches and I want so many things, except I did like the math in my head and I'm like, okay, do you want to go to New Orleans or do you want to buy makeup? Like, a bitch needs to decide. So I thought we could play a fun game. I'm just gonna like total up the value of everything I want and we'll just put it on the screen and we can just like play a little reaction game to it. But I'm guessing it's gonna be a lot and I'm gonna have to say no to a lot of things even though I want them, which always makes for a more interesting video anyway. So let's take a look and see. Now this I don't want, but these are new from Merit. These are the Signature Lip Weight Matte Lipsticks, a lightweight soft matte lipstick that has a non-drying formula for buildable color that feels like nothing on the lips, with hyaluronic acid to smooth and lock in moisture and sesame seed extract, so lips stay soft and comfortable all day. So it's kind of funny. I feel like matte lipsticks are making a comeback. The satin lipsticks were in for a while, and then of course everybody was doing like a gloss lip hybrid, like the glossy lipsticks, and now it feels like MAC just redid their matte formula. We've got Merit coming out with matte lipsticks, so maybe the matte bullet lipstick is back. There are some beautiful brown shades like Equestrian and Anti-Bees, I don't know. Anyway, some beautiful brown shades as well. So these are launching on the 22nd, so pretty soon here. As always, if I can find any of these things, I will link them down below in a pinned comment and you can use those to shop if you'd like. Those are affiliate links, so it does help me out because I do make a commission as well. I am on a lipstick no buy, so I'm definitely not planning to buy these, but the shades are definitely quite tempting. Now here's something I am gonna buy, and I feel like I've seen mixed reviews on this from the internet. I feel like a lot of people are concerned that the bronzer shade isn't gonna work on a lot of skin tones, and I feel like that's kind of just the world we live in right now with how many different skin tones there are. There's really no way to cater to everyone unless brands release multiple palettes. I will say in the past, I am happy that Natasha Denona did 2 glam face palettes. So she did a dark version and a light version. I have both of them. I love them so much. So at first when they started teasing this new Hyper Natural face palette, I thought we were getting like a cream palette because we have some other cream shadows to talk about as well. But no, we're actually getting a face and eye palette. So it includes eyeshadow, a blush duo, a bronzer, and a contour trio. Features 4 new Hyper Silk Powder Gel formulas, eyeshadows infused with hydrating ingredients named after moods and occasions that can be used individually or together, and 1 sparkling topper with creamy powder, bronze, and contour trios and blush duos. This is going to be $62. I feel like that was like a whole word salad. If you're looking for this, I believe you can pick it up on Sephora or on the Natasha Denona website. I do have an affiliate code with Natasha Denona. It's KHMAKEUP. I think the last palette I bought on Sephora, and honestly, I was really disappointed. Sephora shipping has just gotten so slow, and usually I just get it on Sephora because if I need to return it or if I have a customer service issue, I would rather deal with Sephora just because I have a lot of experience dealing with them. But now I would rather get it shipped to me fast. So I'm probably going to order this on Natasha Denona's website and use a code and save some money. You also earn points on her website, so then you can use it towards dollars off a future purchase. So those are some of the perks that I've experienced on her website, and just really good shipping. But let's just talk about this really quick. Now, I would have probably said this palette is so boring, and it kind of is, but I have a quick personal story. I'm in my dance mom era, okay? My 2-year-old is in dance class, and just the other day I actually had some time, which doesn't always happen, to get ready, and I actually used my Shop My Stash bag, which I think I packed last year. In case you're wondering, like, Karen, what happened to your Shop My Stash series? Well, it's this thing called life, and like sometimes I'm totally on it and sometimes I totally suck at it, and I feel like I haven't really been finding the time to get dressed and put my Shop My Stash makeup on. I was really good at it when the baby was still like in her newborn phase and I could just like get ready and all the time. But I feel like the one thing as like a newer-ish mom that people don't always tell you is the older they get, it feels like I have even less time. And my kids aren't even that old, but it's just that they like need you more. So I hardly ever get the chance to like straighten my hair or put on some extra makeup. But this past Saturday I had time. I did all the things, and then I threw on the Auric, like one of the Glow Lusts, and I took a picture, and oh my gosh, my eyeshadow looks so good. And it was literally just one eyeshadow, and I was like, wait a second, what? Do I actually like this? Like, is this kind of pretty? Like, am I into this? So after having that, like, out of body moment with this single eyeshadow, I'm like, wait a second, am I on board with this? Like, am I now in my clean girl aesthetic when everybody else is like, oh, 2016 glam is back? And I'm like, ooh, this is kind of cute. So I feel like this is kind of late to the party, but I also arrived at the party late, so now I'm excited for this. I do wish we had a better blush shade. You guys know I'm not a fan of pink blush, but I will give it a try. But I'm excited. I know people are thinking the bronzer is probably not going to be flattering on every single skin tone, and I agree, but alas, I'm still very curious, and so yeah, I want to try it. I think I'm going to buy it, and yeah, so $62. That's our first math for the day. Next, we have this from Danessa Myricks. I think this is so cute, and you guys know me, I'm a sucker for a blush palette. Now, this is the Groundwork palette, and it's a multi-use talc-free palette with a velvety pomade and coordinating oil-absorbing shading powders. So this is also $65. So now let's add those two together. We're at about $125. This is cute. Now they did the original Groundwork, and that was more like bronzy tones. So I decided to pass on it because I'm not one to change that many shades in a year. I definitely get a little darker in the summer. I do tan, but not to the extent that I need a whole palette with different bronzers. I think that would be great for like a makeup artist, and you know, you're constantly working on different skin tones, but not for me. But man, those blush shades, I want to try them. I kind of want to try them, but I don't know. Maybe I will say no in the end because I really don't need it, but it looks really cute, and I'm a big fan of Danessa Myricks, so I kind of want it. I kind of want it just a little bit. Okay, so here's another thing that I want that I can't buy. Now, I have a little collection of all the Patrick Ta blushes, so I'm like, oh, I should buy it, but realistically, I think these are like 30 something dollars. $38. That's almost $40 a blush. And I just can't afford that right now. That's like another $120. Like if we round up to 40 bucks, that is $120. I mean, there's like tax in my state, so it'll probably cost me that much. I just cannot part with that kind of cash right now. So these are the new shades of the Major Headlines Double Take Cream and Powder Blush Duos from Patrick Ta. We have 3 shades, just enough, not too much, and She's the Moment. If I was to pick one shade, I would pick the Peachy Salmon shade, but realistically, they all do look a little too light for my skin tone, but I also have seen them worn on models with medium and deep skin tones, and it looks beautiful, so I feel like I could pull it off, but I'm trying to find every excuse to say no because, like I said, I need the money and I don't need the makeup as much because I have other things I can play with. And then we have these new Rich Plumping Lip Glosses, $26. I at least want the shade Toffee and Dark Chocolate, so add those on. We're already past $300 easy between just the few things I wanted at the start of this video. But these are basically a little bit lightly plumping. I do have one shade and I think it's very nice, but I love that he added new shades and there's some brown shades. So yeah, definitely calling to me, but I'm gonna say no for now. These are available on the Sephora site already, so I definitely threw them into my cart and I was like, okay, just calm down, Karen. Just try and be strong. Okay, let's talk about Pat McGrath quick. She was a busy lady, so we have this cool new collab. It's a red lipstick, and this is in collaboration with Pat McGrath and Marc Jacobs, celebrating 40 years for Marc Jacobs, and this is a limited edition repackaged shade, and it's called Forbidden Love. And so I guess the packaging is what's new here. The shade, I believe, already exists. Now, this is the most beautiful packaging. I love the black and white. I just don't know if it's enough. I mean, luckily they're not celebrating Pat McGrath's 40th anniversary because I feel like that would be freaking tragic. But maybe like for Marc Jacobs, it's okay. I don't know. I'm not a big enough fan of Marc Jacobs to go out of my way to buy this just for the packaging. It is a very beautiful shade of red, but I think I can live without it. So we don't need to factor that into our math. And then we have from CaliRay, they're coming out with under eye color corrector. So this is a clean, long-lasting, lightweight serum like color corrector, illuminator, concealer that quickly brightens and hydrates under eyes to conceal dark circles without caking or creasing. This is $28 and it comes in 8 shades. So CaliRay is definitely one of those brands that I feel like specifically cater to the clean girl aesthetic. I do have a color corrector. I love the one from Huda Beauty, so I have no reason to go out and look for more. But if you like the brand, these are coming on February 20th, so should be available pretty soon. We also have to talk about this freaking disaster from Pat McGrath. Oh my gosh, I mean, what is this? What is this? So we have the Mothership 8 Divine Rose 2 Heart's Desire Edition, and we know this palette already exists. I'm pretty sure this is Utopian Dreams, right? It's the one where she did her first multi-chrome, and it comes in this limited edition gold packaging, which I'm sure there's people out there that put their palettes, their existing ones in the black packaging, on their Poshmark so they could buy this one, sell that one, and feel a little less guilty about having both. And I definitely know people that have done that with her other limited edition gold packaging. She did like a really pretty purple once with another palette as well. She's done the pink with the Divine Rose. But oh my goodness, is this all we've got? I just posted an anti-haul yesterday talking about Pat McGrath has just like given up, and this feels like she's really giving up. I mean, when the packaging, like the box, is more interesting than what's on the inside, like it really just feels like she's trying to like reinvent the wheel and just be like, Just buy it, please. Just freaking take it. I can't do this anymore. Just take it. Okay, so these are actually releasing, apparently. This is the new lip case, phone case that holds the lip balm. Not just any lip balm, but the peptide lip treatment from Rhode. It's a silicone case for your phone that keeps your lip on hand. So these are compatible with the iPhone 14 and the 15. And then the cushiony back will hold your peptide treatment for $35. So not sure how much the lip product is, but I feel like $35 is a good price for a phone case. Now, is this actually going to protect your phone? I don't know, but I'm sure somebody out there is going to buy this and maybe like try chucking their phone and see if it breaks, because, you know, why not do it for the science? But I think this is funny. It's kind of genius though, because everybody's talking about it, whether they're talking shit or they're saying something good about it. You know, there's really no such thing as bad publicity in Hollywood. So I feel like this definitely personifies that situation. So tell me in the comments, are you interested? I feel like $35 is a really reasonable price for a phone case. So yeah, definitely let me know. But I don't have a 14 or a 15, so won't work for me. So there's that. Okay, this is something I did buy, so we have to add it to my total. This is the Cloud Paint bronzers from Glossier. I don't know why, okay? I just really like the Cloud Paint blushes so much that I wanted to get my hands on a bronzer. So this is a collection of seamless cheek color bronzer shades inspired by golden hour sunset. So natural. It's like your skin made it. So $22, and I think I got the shade Swept, which is a medium neutral tan, and it comes in 5 shades total. So yeah, definitely keep an eye out. As soon as I get it, I'm going to put it in a testing new makeup video. So we have a new brand at Sephora. This is Salt and Stone. It's a skincare and self-care brand, and it says connecting with the natural world, combining active ingredients from the sea and mountains with skin science and intoxicating fragrances for a sensorial experience that soothes and restores. That sounds lovely. So they have some products like hand creams, they've got body lotions, we've got aluminum-free deodorants, and all of the things. So these are launching on the 23rd on the Sephora website. Personally, I'm not interested in this, but I know hygiene is a big category, so I think a lot of other people might be trying those out. Okay, you guys know blush is like one of my favorite makeup products. I love eyeshadow, and then usually the next thing is a blush. And so we have new blush sticks from LYS, and these are creamy blush sticks that instantly bring a flush of color to the cheeks with an illuminating finish, lightweight, easy to blend with a instant pop of color and wearable luminosity. So we have quite a few shades, and I was looking at Courageous, and I think that is their website exclusive, but there are 5 shades coming to Sephora, so definitely check these out. LYS is a Black-owned brand, and so as you can see, they have lots of beautiful swatches on different people with different skin tones, which truly makes me happy. So these are launching soon. I already saw them on the Sephora website, so I will link them down below, but definitely could see myself picking up 1 or 2 at least, and those are $20. So we're going to have to go ahead and add them to our total. So from Too Faced, we have the Disco Crush Eye and Face Sparkle, the most innovative glitter formula you've ever used. A shifting shimmer formula that feels weightless and looks ultra luxe with iridescence that intensifies as the light hits from different angles, that applies with just one swipe, delivering maximum dazzle with no fallout and sparkle that just doesn't quit. This is in the shade Hard Eyes, which is a shifting warm rose gold sparkle. So it just looks like it's a really intense sparkly eyeshadow slash highlighter. I don't really know that that sounds very innovative, but what do you guys think? I feel like we have something like that already in our existing collections, but what do I know? Maybe I'm totally off. Okay, I did buy this because I'm so curious. I think we already talked about this in a new makeup releases video, but the Yummy Skin Mattifying Water Powder Serum with niacinamide and hyaluronic acid for $36 is already available on Sephora. But basically, it's a mattifying water to powder serum that primes and absorbs shine and visibly refines skin with Comfort Matte Complex. I'm just so curious about this. I don't have oily skin, but I do like a natural or matte look to my skin. So I thought, let me like try this. I don't know. I'm just very, very curious because it doesn't sound like anything that already exists that I know of. So I did buy it. So we need to add $36 to my total. And we have the Yummy Skin Moisture Repair Balm Serum with hyaluronic acid and squalane for $38. Now, Danessa Myricks says this should work under your makeup, but I don't know. I just feel like I don't really like the sound of this product, so I did decide to skip it, which I think is kind of funny because I think this is the product that's geared to my dry skin, but I went with the mattifying primer. But I'm just curious about that, so I did skip on the Moisture Repair Balm, but I will definitely keep an eye out to see if anybody else talks about it in a video. We also have these beautiful new blushes from JCat. I don't know if these are available already or if they sold out. On the Alto website, they say, I think they just are like sold out. You can look at them, but you can't buy them. So one in a melon is the one I have my eye on, but basically it's 2 different formulas and shades in one compact, and they're $8.99. So add $9 to your total. But this is so cute. I love this idea. So you can start off with like some beautiful pigmented matte blush, and then you can top it off with a shimmery blush topper. I think that's so smart. I really don't know any other blushes that have that option. Oh, I guess the one size ones, but those ones scare me because they're so pigmented. Okay, we have more blush. So this is available now in Europe from Guerlain. These are the terracotta blushes, formulated with 90% ingredients of natural origin, reveals cheekbones with a delicate color evoking the freshness that rises to the cheeks after an escapade in the great outdoors. Oh my god, that was like a tongue twister. These are beautiful. I think Gigi has these. I saw her unbox them on Instagram, and she's in Canada. So I don't know what magic she worked to get a hold of them, but I'm definitely going to keep my eyes peeled for her YouTube video. She usually posts like videos dedicated to products like this, so I'm definitely going to keep my eye out. I will link her YouTube channel down below as well in case you guys are interested in seeing that. So those are some of the new mainstream products that I saw that have been teased and are available or will be available soon. I also have some indie stuff that I wanted to cover. Okay, here's something that I'm like ridiculously excited about. It is a teaser from Adept. This is the Cyborg Choir palette that they say is coming in spring, which I feel like should be pretty soon. Look at this packaging. So they do that like faux leather cover, and it's like this beautiful like cotton candy blue, pink, purple situation, kind of like my wall behind me. Adept is definitely one of those brands that I just want to mail them my debit card and be like, whatever you want, just like send it to me. No worries at all. We also have this little teaser from Nomad. So they're teasing a new launch. I almost missed this, and then I saw the hashtag new launch, and you see this little green little palette sticking out from the corner. So I don't know if we're celebrating St. Patrick's Day. If we are, I'm totally freaking here for it. The brand Ensley Rain, they sneak peeked and then also showed their new launch, which I'm so excited about. 2 of my friends have videos on these. So we've got the Groovy Gardens palette, and there's a whole collection as well. So we have a 21 color palette with 14 velvety mattes, 5 sparkling multichromes, including 1 far out holochrome shade and 2 shimmering duochromes. We also have, I think, some single eyeshadows. There's some lip products, as well as some loose pigments, like multichrome pigments. So it says, whether it's the muted earthy tones for a laid-back vibe or the vibrant pops of color that bring out your inner moonchild, You've got the freedom to create looks that are both far out and wearable. The magnetic base and the removable pans invite your inner free spirit to have some fun and rearrange. So it's $69. They haven't announced a launch date yet, but I'm so excited because I feel like this is going to pair so well with the Harvest Moon palette. You guys know, if you watch my 2023 eyeshadow palette ranking video, Ensley is a brand that I just got to know last year, and their palettes are so beautiful. I literally just talked about 2 of them in my January ranking video. I ranked 2 of their palettes as my number 2 and 3 palettes just in this year so far. So I'm going to get my grubby little hands on this palette if it's the last thing I do. So let's go ahead and add $69 to my total. See where we're at. I'm sure I'm close to 500 bucks by now already. And we're not even done with this video, but I plan on buying every single Ensley palette that comes out unless something happens and for some reason I don't want to support the brand anymore. But so far we're full steam ahead on that. We have from DD Signature, they launched some new lip glosses. So these are in a few different flavors. The Yummy Moisturizing lip glosses, and I don't really know much about these. Let's just go on to her website and take a peek and see what they've got. So it's the Mummy and Me lip glosses by Daniela. So there's watermelon, strawberry, we've got orange, we've got grape, apple, and kiwi. Super cute. These are $9.99. So just want to mention that that's something I saw while I was scrolling through here. Okay, next we have the reveal of a new palette, actually 2 palettes from Terra Moon Cosmetics. These are launching on the 24th at 6 p.m. and they're the Lovers on the Sun palette, as well as there's going to be like a lunar version of this palette. So that'll be the second palette. It's 6 shades, so really kind of small palettes. And I will say I really like the packaging on this Solar Lover palette. I don't know what the other packaging is gonna be or if it's gonna be different from this packaging. I have no idea, but honestly the packaging to me is more interesting than the shadows on the inside. Knowing Terra Moon, there is some kind of secret sauce in here and I'm not seeing it yet because their eyeshadows are truly magical, but I wasn't really that blown away by their last palette that they launched, the Chemistry something, and or was it Space Chemistry? I can't remember. And this one's really not pulling me in either. It kind of looks like a condensed version of the palette we just talked about from Ensley and I would rather pick that one up. So far my money is safe. I also keep wondering, just like to gossip a little bit, are these just like repackaged stuff from their collaboration that they never launched? Because they were going to collab with a influencer and something happened and the collab got canceled. So I'm wondering if they're like scrambling to find ways to get rid of the products that they worked on, which I mean, obviously like no brand can just afford to scrap a complete collaboration, especially if they were like into production and stuff like that. But I feel like I haven't seen them do palettes very often. So I'm kind of surprised they're doing so many, like kind of super fast-ish, but let me know if you guys know because I haven't been following it that close, but I would love to hear your thoughts. We also have a new collection from Shine by SD Cosmetics. This is the Garden of Love X Glam Smitty, and this looks absolutely freaking stunning. So they have 6 singles here, and oh my gosh, the colors look absolutely gorgeous. It looks like it's sold out, which I love, and they have pre-orders going now. So let's see if there's any information. These are 6 new sparkly shades with a metallic red magnetic palette, and it was $39.99 Canadian, $29.75 USD, and these already launched and sold out, like I said, so that's amazing. Congratulations to Shine by SD and Glam Smitty. I can't remember if I had touched on the collaboration previously, but in case I didn't, I just wanted to say a giant congratulations. I also feel like I talked about Krypton Cosmetics, thought like they had already launched and I had missed everything, but no, I hadn't, and this launched quite recently. So this is their palette that they came out with, and I think it's still available, but this is one of those again where it's like, Karen, do you want the makeup or do you want to have money in your bank account? It is $59. It's the Burnt Forest eyeshadow palette. I have seen a few people receive this in PR, and this is a very pretty color story. I just can't afford to buy it right now. With my own money, I did buy the Deveroon palette, so as soon as I get that, I'm going to play with it and let you guys know my thoughts. But it's so hard because of course I want to buy everything and I want to support everyone, but I had to say no because your girl's on a budget. Okay, next we have from Lethal Cosmetics. They just revealed their new collection and they were so kind and they said they're going to go ahead and send this to me, so I am so very excited. These are new additions to the Lethal collection, launching February 23rd at 7 a.m. Pacific time. 6 multi-chrome flakies in a gel base for $21 each. And then we have 5 multi-chrome holos, $17 each, and then 4 iridescent trio combs, $9 each. So yeah, I asked for the whole collection because I figured I could do some swatches for you guys, so I am super duper pumped about that. And then here's another thing that I'm like on the fence about, but I think I'm leaning towards not buying these. So we have from Huda Beauty, they're launching these new cream eyeshadow palettes. I think that they already sent these out in PR. So if you're wondering, like, should you get these, you can definitely find some videos. So the Creamy Obsession palettes, 8 creamy shades, 1 translucent shade to set, super pigmented for the extra wow factor, super easy to blend, build, and layer. So launching February 25th worldwide. If I can find these down below, I will link them for you. We have a cool tone one, and we have, I don't even know if I want to call it like a warm tone because it doesn't look that warm. I guess it does look quite warm. So this is the Neutral Brown Obsession, like Creamy Obsession. So very, very interesting. I think that if this was a Natasha Denona cream palette, I would have jumped into it right away. But I haven't been that impressed by Huda's cream eyeshadows. I mean, they're in some of our palettes and they're there, but I never really go out of my way to like use them for any reason. So I think I can say safely that I'm going to skip these. I bought her last Obsession palettes and they were nice. They were like the all matte Obsession palettes, but they're so boring and like I just can't justify owning even more of something that looks very similar to what I already have. So I'm going to go ahead and skip it. Okay, we have a new little quad from Nabla. This is the Forget Me Not Romantic Soul little system. And it's super cute. It's like purples. I pretty much got rid of all of my Nabla. So yeah, it's definitely not something that I'm interested in, but I just want to mention because it looked super duper cute. Looks like Lisa Aldridge is teasing something new launching on the 22nd. So I'm curious to see what that might be because I've had some good purchases from her in the past. We have a new launch from Kulfi Beauty. So this is a South Asian owned brand and they are sold at Sephora. They're launching the Free the Brow Volumizing and Laminating Brow Gel, an all-in-one clear brow gel and serum that conditions brow hairs while smoothing them into place. This flake-free formula locks eyebrow hairs in place for up to 8 hours with a firm yet flexible hold. It gives brows a laminated effect or smooths them out into a perfect arch. And it's $26. I will say I like the look of the packaging. There seems to be like a little brush and stuff, which is going to be so nice if you have really thick Asian brows. I feel like sometimes you need a little bit extra to groom them. So I think this is fun. I think that the target audience will hopefully be interested in it. I'm not going to buy it, but I love seeing little brands like this kind of win and create more products and add stuff to their product lineup. We also have from Kilian. Oh my god, my ears perked up when I saw this, or my eyes lit up. I don't know, something happened. But this is their Sunkissed Goddess fragrance. So it says that it is basically a coconut and vanilla. I feel like I know this is gonna smell like suntan lotion, but I'm so here for it. Also, those flowers I recognize from where I come from. I see those earlier flowers and I'm like so here for it. So I got my eyes set on that. I'm gonna see if that comes to Sephora. I'll definitely pick up the travel size to give it a sniff. We also have a new setting powder from Live Tinted. I think she's like slowly working her way, making all these products, adding to her lineup. It's so cool. So this is the Hue Skin Brightening Core Setting Powder. This brand is owned by a creator. She went viral for using a MAC lipstick to color correct. This is another South Asian brand. So I love seeing South Asian women win. This is a lightweight, silky hybrid finish powder that sets makeup brushes, blurs pores, and controls shine. Live Tinted's Hue Skin Brightening Core Setting Powder has an innovative brightening core that works to color correct, leaving skin with a radiant glow. So I did see this was on Ulta. If I needed a setting powder, I would be more inclined to pick it up, but for now, I am going to pass on it because I don't need it, and I'm trying to be good. Clarity Cosmetics, I had a code with them. I got some PR from them last year. So then I saw they launched this palette and I was going to make a post. I made a post on my community tab, posted the palette, said it was available. I was going to add my code and I was like, I should really check to see if my code is still active. I never got like paid from them. As far as I know, I had an affiliate code and I never got paid from them. And so I typed my code in and it wasn't valid. So then some brands, they give you like back-end access so you can see like how your code's doing. And I'm such a dingbat because I hadn't noticed that their like information wasn't showing up under this platform because I use it for other brands. And then I realized like the contract was ended. So I don't know if they just decided to quit their affiliate program. Maybe that's what happened and I just didn't get the memo. But yeah, I thought that was a little bit weird. And like, I don't have any DMs saying like, we're going to end our affiliate program. Not that I like care, but yeah, just like November 19th, I was getting PR from them because I got the Komodo palette in PR. So I don't know, that kind of made me feel a little bit weird inside. So I just wanted to mention that in case you guys were like wondering if I still had a code with Clarity. I don't know what happened. And honestly, I'm not really like that concerned about it, but I just wanted to let you guys know because I feel like people should know. I don't know. That's all I have about that. Okay, we have from Violet Voss. This is the Pretty in Paradise Face and Shadow Palette from Violet Voss. I feel like they've been kind of quiet for a while. I haven't really been checking on them, but it's so funny because this used to be like one of those first indie brands back in the day, like when Laura Lee was coming up and Manny, because Laura did a collab with them. And like I used to have all their palettes. Like they used to have these giant palettes and kind of had hideous packaging. They kind of still do. But it's just so funny. So this is $43 and it is a Pretty in Paradise face and eye palette. So it's available now. I think they've been coming out with stuff on and off, but I feel like people don't really talk about them. So you don't really like hear about them. And it's so funny because I feel like there's so many pluses and minuses to influencer marketing and creator marketing, because if you aren't like promoting to the creators, then it feels like if people aren't talking about your brand, then maybe people aren't buying from your brand. But maybe that's just me. So how do you guys hear about new brands? Like if it's not YouTube, like do you go out of your way to like look for them? Because I feel like that's not the world we live in anymore. Like I even think of brands like Menagerie. Like I feel like I was so into them and now I feel like nobody speaks about them. So they don't really get talked about and I'm not really checking for them. So yeah, I don't know. How do you guys feel about it? Let me know. And then the last thing we're going to chat about is this from Basme? I can't remember how to say it. Basme Beauty Official. They launched cream blushes, and the 2 shades that I was interested in were showing sold out, so I clearly missed it. But these look beautiful. It's a buttery soft buildable cream blush and lip tint. I love me a cream blush, and there's a red and an orange, but those were the 2 shades that were gone. I know this brand got hyped because they had like a viral stick foundation. I never bought the foundation, but you guys know me. I see a cream blush and like the little gremlin that lives inside of me is like, blush? Blush? I need more blush. Give me all the blush. So yeah, that definitely caught my attention. I guess we could add it to my math of something I want. Like, let's just put on 2 of those shades. So yeah, that's it. I felt like this is such a long episode, so let's go ahead and wrap it up. Okay, y'all, so if I order everything my heart desires, this is going to be the total of money that I would be spending. Right now, it's probably not going to happen. I do see myself buying the new Natasha Denona, and I already bought the Glossier bronzer and the Danessa Myricks, so I think I'm going to be good for now, but who knows? Who knows what else is gonna be coming out of the woodwork this week? Who knows? Maybe like 9 other palettes will get announced by tomorrow and I'll be sitting here like crying. But either which way, you know, influencers are people too. Content creators are people too. We can't always get what we want, even though we want to buy all the things. It is what it is. I'm just gonna have to be okay with it because I don't want to spend all of my money on makeup at this moment in time, even though I would love to do that. So yeah, that is it for New Makeup Releases episode number 7. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment, free ways to support my channel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in Testing New Makeup, where I will show you how I created this look tomorrow. Bye, friends!